I got the horse right here. The name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that's...
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicapper's Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Eds, and with Drew Forster, we're going to go through the Sunday. September 20th races. Big day. We do an 8-race program, races 6 and 7 of the Futurities, race 6. Of course, we'll go ladies first in the City Diamond Futurity, and then the Jack Diamond Futurity, and race number 7. Two $100,000 stakes races for Canadian breds, but they're all BC breds.
Yeah, they're all mostly BC breds. Speaking of big races, we're going to go back and look at two very big races from last Sunday's card. First one we're going to look at is the Oaks. Field of 6 went postward. A couple of horses to keep an eye on here. Heroes of More, the 1.
Yeah, broke well under Rico.
Yeah, she did. And so she kind of goes to the lead here. Morning Coffee and, was it Some Gave All go up with her?
The 3 horse, yeah. They're out there.
Eustacia, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Eustacia.
Suva Harbor goes up,
and Suva Harbor's not up there. Those numbers are wrong.
Yeah, that's Morning Coffee.
Yeah, Morning Coffee sitting in second. And Rico, with Heroes of More, just settled the trip in third and just kind of relaxed her. Big gap back to Some Gave All, and then Suva Harbor, and the trailer was Ambleside Park. 22 and 4, a pretty solid. A mile and 8, the fractions are a little faster, but still 22 and 4 is earning it.
That's salty anyway,
and Morning Coffee are clicking off some good fractions, and Rico Walcott's taking a nice trip right in behind. Yeah,
a heady move, obviously by a heady rider, Rico Walcott. When the pace quickens, he just sucks her back and has a nice little run of it here. And yeah, they're going 46 and 2. That's pretty good fractions for 3-year-old fillies going a mile and an 1/8.
Yeah, no, he's sitting the trip nicely, the 1 horse. Morning Coffee, the favorite, glides up on the outside of Eustacia. And, the 2 Edmonton fillies are around the local filly, Morning Coffee. She puts Eustacia away, but is quickly confronted by Heroes Amour.
And Ambleside Park now making a big run on the outside.
Rolling up. I was thinking I was smart here.
Yeah, picking her. I thought here she's got it. Yeah,
I'm like, wow.
Pull McCool out.
Nice pick, Mike. But Heroes Amour was
digs in. Yeah.
All heart and game all the way down the lane. Just Ambleside Park had every shot to get by, but Heroes Amour is running. Still running on at the end, and Rico Walcott held Antonio Reyes in Ambleside Park off. But congratulations to the connections, Tim Rycroft's
Elevated Bloodstock Inc., Cho and Raxon, and of course Tim Rycroft and Rico Walcott take the Oaks.
Heroes Amour.
Speaking of Tim Rycroft, he's going to figure prominently in this year's Derby that went off as he had a big day.
He used to be at Hastings, believe me. Tim was out here quite a few years ago. He was actually the outrider here at Hastings back about 25 years ago, Tim Rycroft, and he galloped horses. Always, the Rycroft's a great horseman. And, it's great to see him get a shot with River's Edge and the Bear Stables, and got a great shot here in the Derby with Academic.
Yeah, as we watched the 8th race on last Sunday, was our biggest race of the year, the $250,000 BC Derby. Horse to keep an eye on here, the 2 Academic, the 5 Bluegrass Angus, the 3 Blue Dancer.
When they left the gate, I really thought Blue Dancer was going to go, and he didn't.
He looks like he's going to go here, yeah.
Which Rico did the same thing he did in the filly race.
He got it going, and then he slowed it down.
Settled in behind, let Bluegrass Angus go, and that was probably the best scenario for Blue Dancer to win. It was to settle and let Bluegrass Angus go. And Academic's
trapped down on the rail here. She didn't have the best of it. She was kind of shuffled down on the rail. I know Tim told me that she's not crazy about being inside of horses. She has a bit of a flighty thing.
Because Rico Walcott gets off the rail here now. Now he's in the 2 path, and Academics. I know Justin Stein aboard Academic wants to get out here, but Purple Heaven, the boy on Purple Heaven, isn't letting him out. And now he's kind of
Keyshawn that was on Purple Heaven, keeping him hemmed in
to stay inside.
And they're going 47 and 3.
It was not fast. These fractions were pedestrian. 23-1, 47-3. Bluegrass Angus has every shot to draw away and win. And Blue Dancer's
in a very good spot as well.
Position. Yeah. The filly is bottled up on the inside. Here comes Creas to make a half-mile move at the half-mile pole. He's creeping up. The only reason it looks like he's creeping up is because they're really not moving on the head end. They go 3/4 and 12 and 1. They're not running this quarter. And maybe that was more of a product, Creas moving, of them, no one else moving. Now here comes Academic. He's currently 3rd. This pretty much is the race stays for the next eighth of a mile. It's 5-3.
It looks like this is the way it's going to end. Bluegrass Angus looks to be getting away from Blue Dancer
and
here.
He should run away.
Yeah.
You got easy fractions. And Justin wants to come outside, but he can't because Blue Dancer's in the way. So he just
even here it looks like it's over.
Resorts to the inside.
And here comes Academic with an impressive late move up the
this
rail.
filly can run.
Yeah.
Bluegrass Angus ran a courageous race in defeat, but just not good enough. Can't run the mile. You couldn't have got better fractions for Bluegrass Angus. If you can't win
enough pressure
with those fractions, you're just not a Derby. You are a nice horse. But
very nice horse.
You just got beat by a better horse.
The mile and eighth might not be his ideal distance.
No. Mile 16, probably better suited to. But still, congratulations to Cowper Water Thoroughbreds. Their horse ran great.
Academic definitely making a
the
strong
Bear Stables and River's Edge. They were very high. They were out from Alberta, and it was great to see them whooping it up. They enjoyed themselves.
Oh yes, the party was on. They were having a good time.
They were
hooting and hollering in the winner's circle.
They were. I know you got to interview them in the winner's circle, and Tim Rycroft super happy. Congratulations to Tim on an Oaks Derby Bailey double.
And Justin Stein, who returns home.
I had a chance to chat with him in the jockstrom. He's like, it's amazing. His kids were just. He's got like 2 more since he's left here. He's quite a breeder, Justin.
He's got quite the breeding shed.
But he was a former leading rider here at Hastings, Justin Stein.
Yeah, started here with his bug, and when he had his bug, he went back to Woodbine. He just won his 1000th race not long ago.
Yeah.
And having a great career at Woodbine. Nice for him to have a homecoming and win our biggest race.
He was happy. You got to see all the guys in the jockstrom were old friends of his. You never forget your ties when you started. And Justin started here. He is now a prolific rider on the Woodbine circuit, but it was great to see him win it for Tim Rycroft.
River's Edge,
and Bear
Dion, Bear
Danny
Stables.
Yep, no,
congratulations.
That was a great win, but congratulations, Academic, your 2015 BC. First filly since 1950 some odd.
56, I think.
Yeah.
It was almost 60 years. It was
59
59 years or something. And our biggest race of the year last year was the BC Derby. Now we go on to Futurity Day.
Futurity, it's going to be a lot of fun. Sundays first. Let's get into the Sunday program. Maiden $25,000 2-year-olds here going 6 furlongs, and I ended up on the 2-horse Sal. I'm going to try the 2-horse Sal for Dino Condolinios. Tough trip last time from an outside draw, and kind of got hung 4 deep around the first turn. 4 wide backstretch. When you go 4 wide at Hastings on the first turn, 4 wide on the backstretch, and then 3 wide on the stretch turn, you're suffering from a tough trip. This horse was right there until the head of the lane. Did flatten out, had every reason to flatten out. Been freshened up a bit, good work. Rico Walcott back in town. He's going to ride on stakes days here at Hastings, and I think he's got a good shot on Sal. I think he's drawn better. He's got gate 2. I'm going to call for him maybe to beat the 5 Bridge Baron, who's the logical choice, and the 4-horse Awesome Cause. I went 2, 5, and 4.
I went to the 5 Bridge Baron, very good runner-up for Maiden 25. Then went to the Sales Stakes against Fear of the Cat. We found Gold Timber King, who we will see later on. A few of those we see Fear of the Cat and Timber King later on in the Futurity. Now the drop in for 25. I like Bridge Baron. I put I'm a Better Cause of the Pat Jarvis barn in the 2nd spot. Got back-to-back 33, 35 buyers. That race in the 25 comes out of the same race. Only got beat 2 lengths by Bridge Baron, and then as well went into the Sales Stake, but now comes into a softer spot. And Sal, I have in the 3rd spot, of course. Dino and Rico, you can never count out. I went 5, 1, and 2 in the opener. On the 2nd, Maiden, 4,000 for 3-year-olds and up, going a mile and a 16th. Field of 8 here. I went to the 4, Mo Can Do It. I mean, a very logical choice here. He's been knocking on the door at Maiden 25s and Maiden special weights here in Seattle all year long. Went a pretty quick pace in the Sales Stake last time and just faded, but now he drops in for Maiden 4,000. Have to think it's his graduation day. Silviano Morales rides. I put the 5, One Big Promise in for 2nd. Been running in pretty tough race against Berard Breeze. The odds are good. Came back into a 12-5 that wasn't easy either with Hard Set and PS Betting on You. He takes a big drop down to 4,000. Barb Heads is rolling right now. Antonio Reyes rides. And I put the 7 in the 3rd spot. Pedro Alvarado leads One Big Promise to go to War On. And he had a good second behind Instant Cash, going long in a maiden 4. Then he went into a non-2 just because he wanted to run long. Now another 4. Long comes up. And Pedro climbs back aboard War On. I went 4, 5, 7.
Yeah, I agree with Mo Can Do It, but you must handle this horse with kid gloves. This horse was protected for $25,000 in Seattle. Run him in the Sales Stake. Now they're offering it for 4.
Yeah.
I mean, when you do the math, or not do the math, but you try and read through
why between the lines,
horse is in 4. Something may have happened. This horse may not be the same Mo Can Do It that you saw chase the fast fractions last time in the Sales Stake. So be careful. look at the horse in the paddock, but he is on paper a laydown. He has to win by 100 lengths.
Yeah.
But he's in for 4 for a reason, so be careful. Don't be betting the farm on him, because he is,
at what's going to be a very short price.
Right. I agree with One Big Promise for second. He's the horse with the most upside. He has a chance to improve far. He got nothing out of his first race. He ran long, didn't get a lot of it. He's in a better spot. I think he'll move forward. He's got 3 good works since his last race. Look for him to improve. And I put the 2-horse Killarney Kid. I don't love anyone in here, but I just wanted to make everyone aware Mo can do it. Horses don't just go from stakes races and protected maiden races in Seattle to maiden four without something going off the rails. So just be prepared that if this horse runs last.
Well, and earlier on, that's why he went to Seattle, because the 25s weren't going, so he went to Seattle. So there you go.
I know, and they're still not going. Here, I don't know, there's a 12-5 and a 25 today as of taping, or yesterday on Wednesday, and the races didn't fill. So those maiden races are getting tougher to fill. On to the third race, $25,000 optional claimer here for 3-year-olds going 6.5 furlongs. The aforementioned, you mentioned Burrard Breeze. I like Burrard Breeze to win it here. I'm going to try this one, shortening up to 6.5 furlongs. I just think the mile 16th is too far for him. He's making these middle moves. He won't rate. I was hoping Antonio Reyes could rate him last time and not brush up so early in the race, and he just can't. He's just a horse that's just headstrong. He's got a sprint. He goes on Lasix. Not crazy about Lasix this late in their careers, but it's all this does. Putting Lasix on is going to cost you a point or two in the odds. Maybe not help. I mean, obviously it's going to help the horse, but it's going to cost you some odds. But I like Burrard Breeze to defeat Every Night's a Blur, who's probably the best horse in the race, the best sprinter in the race. You go 2 starts back when he did sprint. This horse can go in 45, 109 and keep rolling. This is a nice horse.
Yeah, he is a nice horse.
He can't route, and he routed last time. He's back in where he belongs, sprinting. And I put the 4-horse. The odds are good. Another good sprinter. I didn't know what to do with the 5. Don't hold me back. This horse should have been in the Derby. I have no idea why the horse wasn't in the Derby. It was prepped to go in the Derby. Shows up for 20 in a sprint, which he's not a sprinter. I don't know. It's just kind of an odd horse for me. And I can see if the horse wins, I'll tip my cap to them. But I mean, I got to play against that horse. I went 3, 6, and 4.
I am going with Don't Hold Me Back, just because.
I just noticed you did go with them. I was just explaining why I didn't.
Just because there's a lot of speed. I see a lot of speed. Instant Command has speed. Smart Focus has speed. The Odds Are Good has speed. Every Night's a Blur has speed. There just seems to be a lot of speed, and this guy can close, and that's what I like about Don't Hold Me Back. I put the Odds Are Good in the second spot just because for the speed horses, he's the horse that's shown me that he can be hooked and still keep running on.
He ran a great race, 11 and change going long, and he kept going.
That's the thing, when he's like he can run hooks, which a lot of speed horses not necessarily can, and he seems to me to be the real fighter that can keep going. And I threw Harold Source. It's in command. He's been running into some pretty tough horses. Ran against Tornador last time, and Tornador came back, run a big race in the sales stake, so I put him in the third spot. 5, 4, and 1. We got pretty much all different horses.
We do. That's okay. Basically, the third race is a wide open
take
event.
the all. In the fourth, claiming $4,000 a year at 4th, 3-year-olds and up, going 6.5 furlongs. I landed on the 3 here, Fleming's Beach. I mean, he's been running against a lot tougher horses. Last time he ran into Chief Thundercloud and Wise Boss, who's already won 2 at the meet. Now he drops. Before that, he was, in the Game 7 Brother Chunky starter race. Before that, against Proxy Man and Brother Chunky. He's just been running against a lot tougher horses. This isn't even necessarily a really tough non-winners of the year. Like, he's the only one dropping down. I like Fleming's Beach. I put Arkell in the second spot. Really cool old horse. He's made over $330,000 out of the Craig McPherson barn. Hadn't been showing up at his A game, but he ran a corker last time, only getting beat a half a length by Cowboy Commander in Broward County. I thought a big effort that day. And in the third spot, I put Lucky Molly Minor, who reemerges. As I mentioned, our leading trainer, Mike Anderson, been doing a really good job with his horses this year. Been off since June. Now he's fresh. He's another horse, a hard-trying old horse. What is he, 19, 25 of 39 in the money. And David Lopez rides for Mike Anderson. They're doing very well together right now. I went 3, 6, and 1.
Yeah, I agree. The 3-horse Fleming's Beach for me is the best horse in the race. I mean, this horse has been, I agree, running against the best competition. He is getting a big class relief here for the 4,000. I'm just hoping if he reproduces any of his last couple of races, he should win this race, and that's why I like him. I put Briarda County in for second. I'm going to give that horse a shot.
I got off Briarda County. I lost too much money on him already.
He went to 22, 46, 111 going long, shortens up to 6. I mean, could set him up for a good race sprinting. And I put the 1, I agree with the 1, Lucky Molly Minor.
Lucky Molly Minor.
Freshened up. after a couple of disappointing efforts, works are good. 112-2. The last prep, well, that's a pretty solid little work. Obviously, he's getting close to being on his game again. He's always dangerous sprinting, so I put him in the mix as well. I went 3, 5, and 1 in the 4th race. On to the 5th race, $4,000 filly mare maidens going 6.5 furlongs, and I ended up landing on the 8-horse Stormy Cross. I just liked what I saw. That's another chart that's wrong. The opening quarter, they were not 5th by 3/4. I went and watched the replay of that race. This horse is about 4 lengths back, and there should be a 3-length gap, which affects every horse in here, even the 2 got Scotch. That horse was not 6th by 1 3/4. It was 6th by 4 3/4.
Yeah.
But anyway, Stormy Cross, I thought a good run. This horse has a lot of upside, I think. Got nothing out of its first race, really nothing out of its second race. Finally got in a race last time and ran well. Yeah. This horse could move more forward, I think, than the 6-horse Storm and Angel, who's had a lot of opportunities and had good prep races, you know, to make the horse run its best race, where Stormy Cross hadn't. Stormy Cross running against horses that were just beating him up, and or her up. And I just think she has some upside. I went 8, 6, and 2. Scotch is another one. This horse got shuffled back badly heading into the first turn. Encountered some trouble. I think she's better than that race indicates. Pedro jumps aboard. So I'm on the 8, 6, and 2. I can see some others in here. These
Tiguan maybe drops down.
Yeah, but the horses, like even the horses, and I said Rio Hanna and Shayla's Rose are in for $4,000.
Yeah.
Maybe see how they do. But I mean, she got slaughtered by them too. So
maybe Blues Be Gone, a first-time starter in a.
Why not? I mean, it's that kind of race that where it's tough to you know, put all your eggs in one basket here and love anyone's. But I went 8, 6, 2. I
went to the 2 got Scotch. I liked this horse last time.
Yeah. Shuffle bag. The horse got a bad trip the opening quarter.
And she sprinted, and then she went long, and then back to a sprint.
That was tough on her.
Now it's 2 sprints in a row, and you see this a lot of times where you have a horse that drops down, takes a big drop down, they're heavily favored, and they don't run any good. And everybody gets off them, the odds float up, and then they come back and run like they should have, and they pay 10 to 1 or something like that. So I put Got Scotch on top. I do like the addition of Pedro Alvarado. And then Stormy Cross and Storm and Angels for the reasons you mentioned. Stormy Cross took the big drop down to 4,000 last time and ran a very good race. Figures take a step forward off that. And Storm and Angel, who ran second last time, got to throw her in there. I went 2, 8, and 6 in the 5th.
Futurity time.
On to the 6th, the girls' turn. The Sadie Diamond Futurity, $100,000 for Canadian breds. But as you mentioned, more notably, BC breds. I went to the 2, Cedar Leclerc. Been super impressive so far this year and just seems to be getting better. Got beat a length of 3/4 her first start by Ebony Warrior, Fear the Cat. Came back to win the debutante on BC Cup Day. And then the Hard Rock Casino just ran off and won by almost 4. She is going the right direction. Yeah. Greg Tracy having a very good meet here. Richard Hamill aboard. Cedar Leclerc, I think, is the horse absolutely to beat in here. That might even be a single for me on your Sweep 6 tickets. As we should mention on this show, Sweep 6 should be around...
way over 50.
If nobody hits it on Saturday. I put Snuggles in the 2nd spot. I think she's coming into a very good effort, too. Only got beat a length by Cedar Leclerc the first time. Ran second to her again last time. I just think she's improving. She gets Rico Walcott today. I put Snuggles in the 2nd spot. And Princess Katie, who showed up in the sale stake. I just think Snuggles been running in tougher races against Cedar Leclerc in that, so that's why I put Princess Katie in the 3rd spot. But a commanding performance by her in her first start on sale stake day, winning by almost 5. Wow. I went 2, 8, and 3.
Yeah, I agree with your top 3. There's really not. The only one maybe you didn't mention is the 7, Miss Finality of the day.
Yeah, that's the only one I looked at.
That may get into the top 3, but you have the right. No, you have the right 3. Cedar Leclerc, best filly on the grounds right now, bar none. Pretty nice win in the debutante. I took Snuggles against her last time because I thought Snuggles, because she had an outside draw on her debut.
And was such a good race in her debut, and it was her first start.
But she didn't. Yeah. Cedar Leclerc moved forward off of that race, and she's got to continue to move forward. Cedar Leclerc is the horse. I put Princess Katie in for 2nd. It was a nice win. It was against inferior competition, but I mean, you know, it was Miss Finality and Cyclone Cindy. It was a. You know, she did it nicely, though. She was 3 and 4 wide the whole race. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Princess Katie's a nice filly, but she's running against horses that have, you know, done some, you know, multiple stakes winners. But Princess Katie, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see her win it. No. And I put the 8 Snuggles in for 3rd with Rico Walcott. You know, Amadeo Perez had you know, his agent had a tough call.
Yeah.
Snuggles or Princess Katie, but they went with Princess Katie. We'll see how that goes.
He always does pretty good for Rob Gilbert.
No, they do well. Rob does a great job. Rob and Vicky. 238 for me in the Sadie Diamond Futurity. On to the Jack Diamond Futurity. Colts and Geldings going 6.5 furlongs. And reluctantly, I did go to the one-horse Fear of the Cat. I really wanted to go somewhere else. This horse, he's the horse, but you want not a wise guy horse, but I mean, you want to do something different in these races, and no disrespect to Fear of the Cat. He's a cool horse. He's run nothing but good races this year. He is the horse to beat. You know, he outgamed everyone last time and beat We Found Gold and Timber King, but I think the races come up a bit tougher, but the horse is a pro. I mean, he continues to run good races. So I'm going to go to the Fear of the Cat. Soul Cat, I'm going to call for a Cat Exactor. Soul Cat was a good runner, a third-place runner behind the filly McDove, who's a very nice filly in the Mark Cloutier barn. Got photoed out of second by Groot. This horse ran the better race between him and Groot. It was just his first start of his career.
And Groot had a few starts.
He's a full brother to Cats on Fire. Who is a stakes winner, won the BC Cup, Stellar's Jade at Cats on Fire. This horse has got a lot of upside. Pedro worked him in 101 and 2. And I know Amadeo, they were going to ride the Gilker horse, Timber King. And so Pedro ends up on Soul Cat. I like Soul Cat moving forward. He's a nice colt. And I put the 8-horse Stands in Command, who's a neat horse. He hasn't done anything wrong yet. He just continues to win races for Rob Scott and Charlene Miller. So I put that one in for third. But this race has got a lot going on. Timber King's nice.
Yeah.
He's got a lot. He's Herbie D's half brother. He passed tiring horses and ran third, but he was running well at the end of the race. Good as They Get is nice. Rock Concert was green last time.
Yeah, ran a huge race in his first
awkward,
start.
And if he can get out there and get near the lead, he's a horse that looks like he's got a lot of potential. There's a lot going on in this race, and I ended up 148, but wow, this is a good futurity.
I actually left Fear of the Cat off the ticket.
Well, I can see it. No, I can. Drew, I can see it.
Yeah, I looked at it.
I'm not in love with the horse.
I wanted to throw him in there, but I'm
not singling Fear of the Cat.
Yeah, I was just making, I started looking and I could make good cases for other horses. Stands in Command has beat him pretty soundly in both his starts. Yeah. He's undefeated. He, for me, is the horse to beat. I put Timber King in the second spot. As you mentioned, a half-brother to Herbie D. Got to be a lot of upside there. Only got beat 2.5 by Fear the Cat. Fear the Cat was making his fourth start. He's making his first start. So I put Timber King in the second spot. And Power Corrupt I put in the third spot. He only got beat 3/4 of a length by Fear the Cat in only his second start. That was Fear the Cat's third start. He got
in a ton of trouble, though. In all fairness,
Fear the Cat did have a lot of trouble.
Should have beat Stands in Command. Yeah. Fear the Cat should have won that race by 2 lengths. That horse got stymied down on the inside.
But now he's down on the inside again.
Yeah, I know. That could be a problem. You got to go. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to go from the rail, but you got to go 22 flat then. Because you're gonna have to earn the front end, and I know Richard could have drept up a better post.
In both their second starts, he only got beat 3/4 of a length. Then he dropped down. Power Corrupt, I'm talking about, dropped down to a maiden special weight, won easily, comfortably, and I think he'll get a lot of confidence for that. I agree. And I think he'll move forward. So I went 8, 6, and 7.
But a good futurity, like good as they get. Like Mel Snowstorm, this is a nice horse. And there's some nice Groot. Groot has a lot of ability.
As you mentioned, Rock Concert. Yeah,
this is a good futurity. There's no real.
As much as the girls looks like nobody's going to beatCio Declare, this one
is like. Who do you cross out?
Would be,
It's really tough.
It's a lot tougher.
This is a good race. It's really good. I'm glad. We got nice babies coming up next year for the Derby or whatever.
I did go 8, 6, and 7. Yeah. In the boys' end of the futurity, on to the nightcap. 4,000 non-winners of 3 lifetime going 6.5.
Things are a little more
older boys. A little more predictable. I mean, I went to the horse. This horse, I can't believe he got beat last time. Yeah, Carson City Brown was in front by 100 lengths. Got run down by Matty the Bull the last jump. Just got him. He looks again to be probably the only speed in here. I put him on top of Burnaby Baron. Burnaby Baron's one of these horses that everybody keeps thinking is going to be better, and he finally showed a little something last time, running a good second, but behind What Goes Around, and it could be his graduation day, his third star for trainer Harold Barabee. And the third spot I put On the Sunny Side. He's back in a week. but ran a very good race last time. And this race came up. Taylor puts him in here. Taylor Anderson had a very good weekend last weekend. I threw on the sunny side in there for third. I went 6-3-5.
Yeah, I got the same three. I like Carson City Brown. Silvano Morales rode the 6 and the 3 last time. He's on the 6, Carson City Brown. He's on the right horse.
Yeah.
There's no speed to go with Carson City Brown. He's going to get in the lead again in 23. If he loses again, don't ever play him again, because
it's super disappointing.
You can't have any better pace scenario for Carson City Brown than he's going to get again today. I went 6-3-5. I agree with Drew. In the Sunday finale, that'll do it for our analysis of the Futurity program here at Hastings on, once again, hopefully a beautiful Sunday afternoon. First race is at 1:50. Next up on screen will be a quick look at a recap of our selections. Back in race number 1, I go into the 2. That would be Sal. I like typing in Sal. It's only 3 letters to type in
Sal.
For the old picks. 2, 5, and 4 in the Sunday opener. Race number 2 onto the 4, Mo Can Do It. Over the 5, One Big Promise. And the 2, Killarney Kid. Race number 3 onto the 3, Berard Breeze. I think the cut back to a sprint might help him, but he's going to have to really beat his best to beat the 6. Every Night's a Blur. 3-6-4. For me in the 3rd. On race number 4, Fleming's Beach. Both Drew and I agree this horse is going to be pretty tough to beat. 3, 5, and 1 in the 4th. Race number 5, the 8, Stormy Cross. Over the 6, Storm and Angel. Stormy Exactor. 8-6-2 for me in the 5th. Race number 6, we'll see at Eau Claire. Number 2, over the 3, Princess Katie. And this 8, Snuggles. A very good renewal of the Sadie Diamond Futurity. Race number 7, a very tough Jack Diamond Futurity. $100,000 on the line. I went to the 1, Fear the Cat. Over the 4, Soul Cat. And the 8 stands in command. 1-4-8 for me in the Jack Diamond Futurity. And in the finale, I'm going to go, me and Drew agree, both on the 6, Carson City Brown, 6-3-5.
On to my picks. In the 1st, I went to the 5, Bridge Baron, over the 1 and the 2. In the 2nd, I went to the 4, Mo Can Do It, over the 5 and the 7. In the 3rd, I went to the 5, Don't Hold Me Back, over the 4 and the 1. In the 4th, I'm with Mike on number 3, Fleming's Beach. Best bet of the day type candidate there, over the 6 and the 1. In the 5th, I went to the 2, Got Scotch, and not just because I like the name. Over the 8 and the 6.
Glenlivet.
In the 6th,
or whatever it's called.
filly that figures to be a handful in the Sadie Diamond Futurity. See You at Eau Claire, over the 8 and the 3. In the 7th, the Jack Diamond Futurity. I went to the 8, Stands in Command, over the 6, Timber King, and the 7, Power Corrupt. And in the nightcap, as Mike mentioned, we got the exact same triactor. Carson City Brown over Bridge Baron over on the sunny side.
That's the good news, because if you need to get out on the weekend, you got the 6-3-5
try in the last race. There
Drew
you
and
go.
I are guaranteeing.
It's just that easy.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to Handicapper's Corner. Hopefully we've given you a little bit of insight into the Sunday program. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the weather's good and the stakes action continues with the Jack and Sadie Diamond Futurity. Our next live card will be once again Saturday, and so we're back on the Saturday-Sunday schedule, 1:50 post.
We should mention too, they've added, we added 2 more weekends, 4 more days. What is it?
Extension on the, after the Thanksgiving weekend. I believe it's the 18th and 19th and
25th and 26th.
Yes, or something along those lines anyway.
4 more days.
Yeah, the 3rd and 4th weeks in October, the Saturday, Sunday have been approved for more racing action. So we're pretty much heading right to Breeders' Cup, which is kind of cool here at Hastings. So it should be a lot of fun this weekend. Once again, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend. Best wishes to everyone. Lots of luck. Let's cash some tickets on behalf of Drew. Thanks to everyone tuning in to Handicapper's Corner. We'll see you next time here at the Derby Bar and Grill.